Okay, hi Catia. I've had a look at your draft and I'll just go through. On the whole, it's excellent. I just not quite sure, what is the website? So is it a dance school that has blogs? Just would like to double check that. Now, you've got good inclusive language. We all know dancing is a fun way. And good use of expert opinion. Now, just a few. Dancing has become a popular growing, so an increasingly popular passion or just a growing passion amongst adolescents, evidence. Now, whilst the majority of us, not just the majority, now just a little bit wordy here, remember you need to be really getting a good balance between that friendly, chatty, inclusive style to keep your target audience engaged with you, and your sort of balance between that and being the authority on this. So an increased emphasis is needed on the benefits dance can have on our mental well-being. But so whilst the majority of us are aware of the physical benefits dancing has on our bodies, perhaps I think here you could include your audience. Perhaps perhaps not enough of you or us are aware of the benefits dance can have on our mental well-being. So now I've highlighted, because you are writing in the full form and you should probably be abbreviating. It's much more of a blog style because you're writing as you talk. So this is good. Now I like your S word. It's nice and inclusive, I thought so, but then you sort of say however, which sounds a bit formal. So just have a look at that. Now here you say dancing is a great stress relief. Again, I think, especially with everyone's busy schedules, use inclusive language here, like you did before, especially with our busy schedules. It allows, why did I highlight that? Probably encourages or allows us, or then you can switch to you, to take your mind off anything that may be worrying you, including upcoming tests and assignments. But I think you can actually make this a bit more energetic. It allows you, it will allow, it can help you, or it can help to take your mind off all those day-to-day stresses that we all have, like upcoming tests and assignments, or I wouldn't just keep it at that. It could be a range of, because you might be getting some of your target audience offside here by assuming that they're all either at school or uni. And then you've got, according to so I think here a little bit more of this kind of personal voice and addressing your audience. You launch straight into this. So, but I think what you need here is something like, the really good news is, and then according to Professor Hans Von, dance increases the level of the feel-good hormone serotonin. Now you need to explain how serotonin works to your target audience, and what it is and how it works in very simple terms, Catia. So then you say here, an increase in serotonin or therefore reduces the amount of stress you may be feeling. But you have to explain how it works before you just switch to the result. Now you're saying moreover here. That's too formal. Even better or something. There's nothing more calming. So here you're transitioning to another advantage. So I think you need to signal that a bit more clearly. And but wait, there's more, there's even more good news, or something like that, just to signal that this is another benefit that you're going to talk about. And this is just a bit boring. There's nothing more calming than having a nice conversation with another person. You sound like your granny saying, "Oh, there's nothing nicer than having a nice cup of tea and a chat." But you are talking to a teenage audience, or a young teenage to young adult audience. So you need to be talking in the way that they're going to relate to. So you have a think about that. It's said, well, prove it. Socializing at dance can further help your social development. Again, can further help. Again, I think a little bit more colloquial here would be better. Socializing at dance can really help your social development, in particular personal growth. Personal growth in terms of, or in particular personal growth, self-confidence, self-esteem, and acceptance of others' differences. But why? Why should you accept others' differences at dance rather than anywhere else? Is it because everybody is in leotards and you learn very quickly to see beyond, I don't know, is it because you're in this environment where your body is on show for everybody and therefore no one cares? I don't know, you're the expert, so maybe just a couple of lines on why that is. And why does it increase self-confidence and self-esteem? I think you need to go into a little bit more detail here. So while you're relieving any stress by chatting to dance buddies, you're also improving. And then you go back into this really good, slightly more chatty personal style. I think the balance here is to have really intersperse your serious, well, your authority, your expertise with that personal style and friendly tone. Which you do here again. Really? That's good. You may be questioning how dance therapy helps your mental health. That's just your sentence structure. Well, you're about to find out. It's long been established that dance could be utilized as a form of therapy. That's all fine. Now, they're award-winning authors of what? I want to know the title. So good expert opinion here. Now, special populations such as, I think you need to say sufferers of autism, because that's the name of the, autism is the name of the disability. And then here, again, with what effect? So how does it help them? How does it benefit them? Maybe some stats, but maybe not. You can actually disagree with me on that, Catia, because if your blog post doesn't need it, then you can be the judge of that. Now, here you haven't made it. To be with dance allows you to express yourself in an acceptable and safe environment rather than verbally. What do you mean here? You kind of go on, and I think you are explaining it. Communicating conflict and trauma can be difficult, but that's two different things. Is it just to help you to express yourself in an acceptable and safe environment? I think what you're saying here, dance offers us another outlet for our expression in a less confrontational way, because we're not having to speak. I don't know. Have a think about that. And then for adolescents, communicating conflict and trauma. So I think this is part of your dance therapy specific to conflict and trauma. So I think what's confusing here is you start off allows you to express yourself. So is this dance therapy, or is this just another really good idea for dance? Because you're talking about as a form of therapy. This doesn't sound like a form of therapy. This might be good under your stress release button, your stress release heading, because here that's very different to adolescents who've experienced conflict and trauma. So I think just watch your structure here. Yep, good use of expert opinion here. And I think the word here is adaptation to the environment. Which environment? Social environment? Benefit in your social, academic, sporting and personal life. We only have one life, unfortunately, Catia. Who suffer test anxiety. Okay, so this is good. So if you're feeling a bit anxious about that upcoming test or exam, put on your dancing shoes to relax your mind and focus. Yeah, to relax. So Catia, overall this is very good. Just tidy up those parts. Okay, happy editing.